Alright, let's go. Actually... hold on, give me a second. Can't change the controllers for some reason. Wait, what? Oh wait, is that just the scenes that we did before? Hang on, can we change my buttons real quick? Actually, no. I'll play it like this. Alright. It would appear we have all gathered, but it seems there are less of us.
Oh.
Less friends means much harder to solve mystery.
Don't worry.
Oh, don't worry. I'm sure you've gotten a little smarter by now, Gonta. Yeah, Gonta do his best to help. I'd want you to graduate from super idiot level to at least Kaito idiot level.
What?
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
Are you okay?
More importantly, are you okay, Kaito?
Ah.
Yeah, I'm feeling better now, but wow, Maki Roll sure does pack a punch.
I don't know.
It's your fault. You don't need to worry about our dwindling numbers. Only dipshits have died so far.
That being said...
I know it's a tall order, but try and use your brains this time so I don't have to use mine. Okay.
Booyah!
These golden brain cells of mine are a gift to the entire world.
Unacceptable.
It's as though every time you open your mouth, you become less likable.
Rest in peace.
Atua, please, lend us your power.
But...
It may be difficult to rely on Atua, considering what happened to Angie, whom Atua loved the most of all.
well, you know.
She shouldn't have relied on Atua in the first place. But seriously, it's kind of funny seeing a robot believe in God, especially Atua.
I also...
So what? Robots can believe in God.
Indeed.
Actually, before I even met Angie, I had a similar experience. Hearing voices, I mean. You might call it an inner voice. It tells me what to do whenever I'm in trouble.
Got a minute?
How long are you going to say that for? Atua and ghosts don't matter right now.
Jeez.
Yeah, this time is going to be rough. We got caught in Monokuma's trap.
Huh?
His trap?
That's right.
He probably made the 4th floor so scary on purpose to prevent me from investigating.
Oh, right already.
No, he didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way.
Hey, so...
Suichi, say something.
Huh?
What should I say? I just went to the statue instead of saying anything. Oh. We descended. I'm not gonna read this again. Because we were fewer of us, the elevator seemed more faster. So we fell faster and faster down into the black. The elevator stopped, and just like always, the doors parted slowly. The light that shines on us so that every bright of our future.
Uh-oh.
Boy, they look really depressed. That's because there's even less participants now. Don't say they look depressed. You'll make Mono damn sad. As much as I'd love to keep hearing this adorable back and forth, let's hurry up and get started. Class trial will begin. I hope you enjoy it to your heart's content. Angie Onaga, the ultimate artist. She created the Ultimate Academy Student Council to try and prevent the killing game. Linteko Chabashira, the ultimate Aikido master. She hated men, but I knew that she hated this terrible killing game even more. The two who were killed were both trying to stop the killing. And who was the one who killed them? Was it one person? Two different people? We need to pin that down in this class trial. In order to live, we have to find the truth. And I will fight for it. I will fight for the truth and lies in this class trial. Yes, I'm going to save. Wait, what? Oh, right. I forgot. My buttons are like opposites? Can't really buy anything. I'll still leave it on normal. Alright.
Now then, let's begin with the basic explanation of the class trial. During the trial, you'll present your arguments for who the culprit is, and vote for who done it. Vote correctly, and only the blackened will be punished. But I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will graduate from this academy. Also, refusing to vote will result in your death, so you better vote for someone. Now, smiles, everyone! It's showtime! Let's get this crazy awesome trial underway!
Sorry, everyone. I don't think I'm gonna be much help this time. Because of Monokuma's disruptions, I couldn't do a thorough investigation.
I can tell Monokuma is overcompensating to hide his self-consciousness.
Next time, spend less time fixing your hair and more time investigating, spaceman!
Shut up! I don't need to hear some comedy act from you two weirdos.
Huh?
Who did it? Who killed Angie and Tenko?
Oh, she's in a bad mood.
Do not let your emotions hasten your judgment. There may be two killers.
And if there is, you're definitely one of them, Kia.
So, our other culprit might not be one of us here.
What?
Hmm? What do you mean?
The transfer student.
What?
Maybe our resurrected transfer student dragged Angie and Tenko into the grave.
That's highly unlikely.
Stop it! Stop making stuff up!
Say something, Shuichi. It'll be a mess if this keeps going on.
Is it even possible for the revived corpse to be a culprit? Well, it is in the interest of being thorough, I should clear things up. Alright.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed two of our classmates.
No, it was a Necronomicon. Yeah.
No! So, ritual did work?
Oh, right, my buttons are all different on here.
Who was resurrected?
Whoops.
I wonder.
Angie did say she was gonna bring Rantaro back. Yes. Rantaro was resurrected. The culprit is the late Rantaro Amami!
Please, stop it!
I keep hitting the wrong buttons.
This crime was committed by the recently deceased. They came back to life and killed 2 of our classmates!
No!
So, ritual did work?
Got it.
That's wrong!
I don't think Angie's ritual succeeded.
No, she had to burn the Necronomicon for it to work.
According to the Necronomicon Monokuma showed us, you have to burn the Necronomicon in the ritual.
Use caution, we might fall. Yep.
If Angie's ritual had succeeded, the book would have been gone.
So she must have been killed before the ritual was complete, since the book was still intact.
Then, going to think Rantaro probably not culprit.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Well, duh. There's no way a dead person could resurrect.
Now hold on a
Huh?
second. I can't let that comment stand.
What?
Sure, everybody knows that you can't bring the dead back to life. But it's easy at the Ultimate Academy, as long as you use the Necronomicon.
Well, we didn't use it, so...
What are you talking about? There's no way that's possible.
But it's true. I never lie about motives.
Daddy said so he can't be wrong. Raising the dead is totally possible.
Man, I can't believe you guys wasted such a perfectly good motive. You should have let me use it to bring Monodum back to life.
Monodum is still alive, though.
I'm just kidding. I wouldn't waste a resurrection on Monodum's corpse.
Right now, you're on the threshold.
Oh? So resurrecting the dead was actually possible this whole time?
There's no way it's possible.
There's no way that could happen, idiots. Monokuma is trying to confuse us. Let's hurry up and find out who the Blackened is.
If our transfer student isn't the culprit, then blame falls to one of us.
You. It's Yukio.
Who? Who did it?
Step aside, Half Pint. I'll handle this.
Wait, what?
I don't know about Tenko, but I'm pretty fucking sure Kyo murdered Angie.
Wait, what? Angie? I was talking about Tenko.
Why?
Don't play dumb with me, creep show. I already know what happened.
Wait, what?
The culprit used a katana to kill Angie,
It's either the front
and it was
door...
found in Kyo's
Whoops, wrong button. Angie had locked herself in the ultimate. She would not unlock the door unless someone from the student council asked her to. Oh, it's this one then.
research lab, which makes you, Kyo, automatically suspicious.
But anyone could have taken that katana, you see.
So that rusty katana was the murder weapon. You were the only one who cared about that thing, Kyo.
I did not care about some katana.
Just admit it, you shit-eating worm.
Why is it moving like a
Went
worm?
to the classroom, broke in.
That's wrong! No, Kyo would not have been able to enter Angie's lab.
I keep hitting the wrong button.
Isn't that right, Tsumugi?
Yeah. Before Angie locked herself up in her research lab, she said she wasn't going to open up for anyone but student council members.
And Kyo is not a member. She wouldn't have opened the door for him.
Kyo couldn't have killed Angie even if he wanted to.
Shit, does that mean we actually have two killers? Because he
I
definitely
had no
killed
desire
Tenko.
to kill her in the first place.
Yeah, because you had the desire to kill Tenko.
So whoever killed Angie must have been one of the student council members, yeah?
I was doing a bit to lead you to the right answer.
Liar.
Can't believe you actually got it.
Uh-huh, sure.
Oh, how clever.
Gonta, don't stroke her ego more than she's already done it.
You can just ignore her, Gonta.
Yes, do it.
The remaining student council members are Gonta, Kibo, Sumugi, and Himiko.
I don't think either of them did it, though.
Well, it can't be Himiko. She was besties with Angie. I trust their friendship. You guys do too, right?
Alright, you little liar. I can literally hear the sarcasm in your voice.
Yeah, of course.
Gonta, don't fall for...
Can we trust their friendship so readily?
Obviously. Let's believe in them.
That trims our list of suspects down to 3. Gonta, Sumugi, and Kibo.
Yep. The culprit is one of those 3 people.
That makes no sense at all.
You mean one of those 2 people. Because a robot ain't people, Jack.
I will let that remark slide. Anyway, aren't these accusations just a tad too hasty?
It is.
What else? The culprit should confess already. Gonta, Keyboy, or Sumugi? Well,
Why are you calling the shots? You're the one that can pick the locked door.
No, not Gonta. Gonta would never kill Angie.
Yeah, Gonta's a gentleman. You shouldn't suspect either of us.
Okay, Sumugi, why would you just point out that Gonta's a gentleman and then to say don't suspect either of us when you didn't say anything about yourself?
Hey, stick up for me too.
Poor Kibo. Everyone's bullying him.
Gonta definitely not hurt anyone.
Except Gonta.
Torture Gonta if you don't believe.
Torture might be a bit too far, but Gonta and I aren't the culprits.
And I'm not the culprit either. Jeez. I'm not the
We're
culprit.
not the culprits.
Uh-oh. Oh god, this is the...
You must consider other
Cookie she's lock
possibilities.
picking, yeah.
Surely there must be suspects
Gentlemen,
outside the
not
student
betray
council.
student council.
that's utterly impossible.
A dead chick
Not
can't
just
be the
anyone can open that
culprit.
door. Only student council members.
Ah! Got you.
I heard it!
I'm glad I paid attention to you, because you little shit, you had lock-picking skills.
No, it wasn't just student council members that could have opened that lab door.
What was it you said earlier about Kyo opening the door, Shuichi? Unless you're a student council member, you can't enter Angie's lab, right?
I was referring to Kyo. He couldn't have done it, but you could have.
Yep.
Because I saw you open the classroom lock by picking it.
Well, some thin needles and stuck into the keyhole of the lock. Click, click, click. Clack. Yeah, I figured. There, open sesame.
Oh, that happened? I totally forgot.
So you're going to pretend you don't remember, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Quit glaring at me like that. Of course I remember.
Right.
Yeah, I did it.
Wait. You picked the lock, or...
I killed Angie.
What? Huh?
Wait, what? What did you just say?
I picked the lock to her lab, snuck into the room, and then wham! Killed Angie.
No, I don't think you... No.
The culprit was me, all along.
Damn, you're lying so hard right now.
What?
What are you saying? Is this some kind of joke?
Nah, no joke. I thought that if I confessed, I could atone for my sins.
Sure. You can never atone for that, because you keep getting more sins than you can lose them.
And it helped. I feel so much better. Whew!
Wait, so Kokichi really is culprit?
No, Gonta, no.
No, he's lying.
He is.
I think. Maybe?
Why would he just confess? Plus, this is the third trial. It wouldn't be that easy.
He's lying. I'm certain of it.
Yep.
No, definitely not a lie. I killed Angie.
No, you didn't.
Shouldn't you guys believe the culprit when they confess?
No.
Then let me ask you, culprit. How did you lock the room?
Huh? Well, it's the same as opening it. You pick the door closed from the outside?
No.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Mm-mm. There's two doors.
What doesn't make sense?
'Cause
Can't
they
you lock
make-
a door by picking it?
You can, but that's not what the culprit did.
Maybe, but that's not how the culprit locked the room.
Yep.
They used a different method.
What different method? Yeah, Mumbles. Use your big boy voice and explain yourself.
There were 2 doors to the classroom, and the one locked last was...
The back door. Why can't I pick it?
That's it! The back door. That's how they made this a locked room mystery.
Oh, hang on. Whoops. I keep forgetting my buttons are all mixed up.
The back door had a sliding lock, yes? How was
Hey,
it
Rin.
locked from the outside?
I'm at work, so before I leave, I will say fuck Kokichi. Yeah, I don't like Kokichi. The back door has a sliding door.
The culprit used a certain tool.
Let's see. Oh wait, I forgot how this works. Oh, there's a mine right there. Don't want to go that way. Good luck, my dude. Dude, I already know Kyo did this, killed Tenko, but that was just obvious. I mean, I'm pretty sure you already know because you finished this, right? Like, everything. But I still don't have a clue who the heck killed Angie. If it was also Kia, I would not be surprised. I'd be slightly surprised, depending on how we figure it out how he did it. But the gold leaf katana that was stabbed
The
through.
gold leaf katana
Oh, he's
that was
reading it.
stabbed into Kaede's effigy. The culprit used that to hit the knob of the sliding lock to lock the door.
So the gold leaf was on the sliding lock
Because when the katana hit the lock, some of the gold leaf rubbed off on it. The gold leaf on that katana did peel rather easily.
That evidence rings a bell. Specifically, a school bell.
Oh wow, I see what you did there. You're talking about frickin' Sayaka and Leon.
Huh? Are you talking about a different school? What school was it?
Now, that doesn't matter anymore. Let's not dwell on the past.
Ooh, the gold leaf landed on the sliding lock when the katana touched it. So that means the culprit used the katana to move the sliding lock, right? But wait, how did they move it with a katana? And from outside Angie's lab?
They used the effigy.
The clue that might give us the answer is the layout of the area itself.
Specifically Kaede's.
It was an odd setup after all. The katana stabbed into the effigy. The effigies hung upside down.
Angie didn't do that as part of the ritual?
No. Nowhere in the Necronomicon did it say you had to hang the effigies.
If it was not part of the ritual, then it must have been for a different purpose, right?
Yeah, in that case I need to know the reason behind every step of that setup. If I do that, the way the culprit locked the room should be clear. I'm on the right one. Okay. They spun it. Done.
That's it. The reason the culprit stuck the katana into the effigy was so that it would hit the sliding lock as the effigy spun.
Effigy spun?
That's right. If you spun the effigy, the rope it was hanging from would twist. Then, if you let it go, the rope would unwind and the effigy would spin the other way. And of course, the katana would spin with it.
I see. So the culprit used the katana's counterspin to push the lock into place?
The culprit simply needed to spin the effigy's rope, and then swiftly leave. This would cause the spinning katana to hit the sliding lock, and thus was the back door of an empty classroom locked from the inside.
Yes, that's how Angie's lab was locked. By using the effigy with a katana.
A plan born from the heart of a sword traveling through the air to intercept us. Oh, but could it have moved the slide lock so easily?
They could.
The sliding lock was pretty loose. A little push could move it. As long as the spinning katana hit the lock, it would have slid into position.
Even if the culprit failed the first couple times, they could keep trying until it locked.
Which is why the culprit chose to strike at nighttime, as to avoid detection.
Yes, since the student council prohibited anyone from walking around at nighttime.
Are you saying it's the student council's fault?
I didn't say that.
In any case, the culprit probably used the murder weapon for this trick. It had to have been the right length to hit the sliding lock from the effigy.
The culprit couldn't find a blade long enough in my lab, so they settled for the katana.
The other effigies were only hung up so we think it was some kind of ceremony. That way, we wouldn't notice the lock trick.
But Kokichi did say earlier that he could have picked the lock closed. I don't want to completely ignore that possibility, but I can't imagine the culprit would have done all this just for a distraction.
If that's the case, then Kokichi's confession earlier was actually...
It was a lie. We all knew it was a lie.
Seriously? You fucking lied again?
Are you surprised?
Cough it up, Kokichi!
Oh, man. You guys got me. Okay, I'm not the culprit.
Duh.
You're telling the truth this time, right?
I want to say I'm lying, but I'm not.
What?
Why did you say you were the culprit?
I wanted to lure the culprit out.
Huh.
If I claimed to be the culprit, then the real culprit would agree as well. You get me?
Yeah, but you kind of did it so casually. I don't think anyone was dumb enough to just go along with it and say you did it.
And if they pressured me to confess, then that would have looked mighty suspicious. Sheesh. Darn it. It didn't go my way because Shuichi butted in on my plan.
I don't think that was the reason. Yeah. Okay, whatever.
You and your fucking lies! Go sit in the corner and play with yourself!
Okay, I'll start right now.
Wait, what?
Alright, so who's the asshole who set up this locked room mystery?
You. I can't hold it up anymore.
Excuse me?
What's the matter? You going soft on me now?
Who made the locked room mystery doesn't matter since anyone could have done it.
That's true.
Don't you even understand something as basic as that, you filthy cum dumpster?
Oh!
Cum dumpster!
Oh, God.
Finally!
What?
Someone finally called me a cum dumpster!
My God, you have issues.
What should we talk about now?
Thank you, Gota. Thank you for changing the subject.
We must focus not on the locked room, but on who entered Angie's lab. Only one of the student council members or Kokichi could have gained entry. Therefore, the culprit must be among their number.
That leaves us with 4 suspects. Tsumugi, Gonta, Kibo, and Kokichi.
Don't forget Himiko. She's also a part of the student council. Doesn't matter if she was besties with Angie, she's still a suspect.
That contradicts what you said earlier.
Yeah.
Which I can prove using my recording function.
But you were faking that too, so it doesn't matter.
It's fine. It's just a waste of time.
It was.
A suspect?
Huh?
Never kill Angie!
So, calling all suspects, what should we discuss next? I want to hear everyone's opinion. What would you say to get yourself off the suspect list?
Why are you trying to lead the debate? You're a suspect too.
Yeah.
Silence, outsider. Only the suspect rangers are allowed to speak.
The what?
Suspect rangers?
I agree. Those under suspicion should explain themselves thoroughly.
You were on to
We might
talk.
catch them with their pants down.
Anyway, I want to ask the suspect rangers, what should we talk about? What should we say to get ourselves off the suspect list? Well, guys, I want to hear what you think.
That's sort of a difficult question, you know?
Gonta not smart enough to know answer to that.
I don't think you need the smarts to know that, so don't worry about it, Gota.
Yes, it is difficult to formulate a logical response to that question.
Yeah, see? Even Kibo can't do it.
Not articulate with words, huh? Don't you guys want to prove your innocence?
They don't trust you one bit, and I don't blame them. You're probably plotting.
Why did Tenko have to die?
Huh? Huh? Himiko?
I want to know what happened to Angie too, but... Can we talk about Tenko's case now and not just Angie's?
I got you exactly where I wanted, Himiko.
Wait, what?
What do you mean?
The 2 victims could have been killed by 2 separate murderers, you know. So we need to find the first Blackened responsible for the first victim. We've got to figure out who killed Angie. Until we solve Angie's case, Tenko's case is meaningless.
What? No, it's not.
Did you suggest that to waste our time?
It's not meaningless!
Himiko?
Tenko's death was meaningless? How dare you! Poor Tenko! How could you do this to her? Himiko.
Himiko, stop it with your crappy lies.
Huh?
Lies?
Everything you said is total BS. You didn't give two shits about Tenko when she was alive.
Oh, shit. He actually noticed that. Oh. See, Kokichi is one sick son of a bitch. He actually pays attention to everything. And he's not wrong about that. He's been ignoring her this whole time until she, literally at the seance.
But now you're like, oh no, poor Tenko, after she's dead. Come on, really?
I understand. Well, this is Kokichi, so I'm not too surprised, but this isn't the time to say bringing that up.
Kokichi, enough!
Good job, Gonta.
No. It's okay. It's no surprise he'd think that.
I know who did it. Yeah, don't spoil it, because I have no idea. I know who killed Tenko, but I still want to be 100% sure on who killed Angie.
I know I ignored Tenko before. That's why I'm so upset now.
Okay. I mean, acceptance is a good way to start, so in the last stream when I did this game, I kind of was against Himiko, because she was literally doing what she just said to Tenko, but if she knows that she's been doing it and she admits it, then that's a, you know, I'm here for it.
I should have faced Tenko. Worked things out with her while she was still alive. But now, it's too late. I can't complain to her or thank her. It's too late.
Yeah, seriously.
Huh?
It's way too late to realize that now.
Wait, what?
Our only option is to face her death head on.
Face her death?
Himiko, I understand what you're going through.
Don't we all? We've lost friends already, dude.
So I'm gonna help you out. Let's work together to find the truth. I'm not gonna let anyone say her death didn't matter.
Kaito. Alright. I'll put a silencing curse on whoever calls
That's okay,
Tenko's
Colin.
death meaningless. The name of the curse is Death Curse.
That's very, that's very creative of you, Himiko. Death curse.
I suppose being dead would silence someone pretty good.
Listen up. All you guys are gonna help out too.
That was the plan, Kaito.
Abandoning someone who died and only thinking about your own survival.
Only one person is doing that. Only one.
That's just as bad as a hit and run. I won't forgive something so messed up.
Tenko was our friend. Gonta wanna know why she died too.
I mean, I thought we were going to do that.
I already told you that's so unnecessary. We're getting sidetracked here.
Not really.
No, even if it was a different culprit, we need to know how Tenko died. If we don't find out who killed her, we won't be able to work together. Not now, not ever. Even if this trial isn't for her, in order for us to survive, we need to get to the bottom of Tenko's death. Not just to survive this trial, but so we can keep going and live on!
Also, if finding out her death wasn't useful, we could at least find out if there was a second person to keep our eye on, because, you know, they're not the Blackened. Right.
Finally, you noticed. Jeez, you're so slow.
Wait, what?
Huh? Did Kokichi want us to notice?
Don't listen to his crap. We haven't decided whether there were two different culprits yet.
Let us talk about Tenko's case then. Perhaps that will provide us a clue.
Yeah, maybe.
They're not wrong, but I don't mind going over Tenko's case. But that was an abrupt change of topic. Was that intentional?
So, what do we talk about first?
For now, let's see if we can narrow down the list of suspects.
Tancrouch probably got killed during the seance, so everyone there's suspicious. Tancrouch!
People who attended the seance. Those people were... the top one.
That's it! It was me, Kyo, Himiko, and Kokichi.
So those 4 are the culprits!
Oh, Himiko's still culprit?
Well, that's probably just a coinkydink. The most suspicious out of the 4 is really Kyo. He suggested the whole seance idea.
Seriously?
True, I may have suggested it, but I explained the procedure beforehand, yes?
Yeah, but it was still suspicious.
If we all knew of it before the murder, then we are all equally suspicious.
No, just... What? He's bullshitting his way through this. I don't get it. How could anyone fall for this?
Well, I suppose, but...
In addition, the seance wasn't entirely in my control either.
Wait, what?
I was not the one who selected the room we performed it in. It was Himiko.
Wait, what? There are 3 empty rooms. Which one shall we use? The middle room. The middle room is always best for stuff like this.
Oh, right.
Wait, does that actually matter?
Also, we should not limit our suspects to only those who participated in the seance. The empty room had a point of entry from outside, you see.
Wait, you mean the holes under the floor? The point of entry from outside, but he must be referring to...
There! You're talking about under the floor, right?
Huh? Under the floor?
Yes, there's a crawl space under the floor a person could move through. There was also a hole that connected it to the neighboring room.
If the culprit used the hole, they could have entered and exited the seance room.
If we consider that possibility, then there is another suspect.
Another suspect? Who?
It's appearing before me.
What?
Oh, I can see it clearly. The true identity of Tenko's killer.
Who? Is it right in front of you? Here, let me hold a mirror up for you.
The culprit sneaked in during the seance by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, our villain had a light.
Oops, I missed it. I think.
I mean, Kibo's flashlight function.
Huh? Now, hold on a second.
Kibo could have used that function to get under the floor and sneak into the empty room during the seance.
What?
I said hold on a second.
What? Why is
He used his
everyone...
robot functions to commit the murders.
Excuse me?
Hold on a second!
The culprit sneaked in during the
Why
seance
is everyone bullying Kibo again?
by crawling under the floor.
But it was pitch black during the seance. How could they even see if they were under the floor?
Because it wasn't dark under the floor. You see, had a light.
That's wrong!
We would have saw the light if he used it. That shit is bright.
I don't think the culprit could have used a light while under the floor. There was a hole in the corner of the room. If a light were used, it would have leaked through and we would have seen it.
Yep.
did the seance, the room was definitely pitch black.
So a light was not shined under the floor, which means you cannot claim I am the culprit.
Yeah.
Jeez, here I thought this would be the case where the murder could only be done by a robot.
You have accused me of being the culprit more than once now, simply because I am a robot. My status as a robot does not mean I am capable of performing superhuman feats. My vision is somewhat poor, and I only possess average physical strength and intelligence.
All right, you made your point. God, now I feel sort of bad for you.
I neither want nor need your pity.
Yeah. Oh.
Enough with the flashlight! It's way too bright!
It would have been difficult to move around under the floor in that pitch black darkness. Maybe the floor and the hole have nothing to do with this case.
Maybe.
Then why was floorboard under Tenko lined up funny? Going to think that was so culprit could stab Tenko from under floor.
Ooh, nice observation, Gonta. Are you finally getting used to the class trials?
Are you being sarcastic again?
Uh-huh. Thank you.
He is.
Don't say it like that. You're better off not being used to this kind of stuff.
Maybe they marked Tenko with glowing paint and looked for that. That'd let the culprit find her. Then they could stab her through the floorboards.
Wait. Time out. That's very strange to literally describe the first crime scene in the second game with the imposter. What was his name again? Teru did that to frickin' Byakuya, unquote. But out of everything she picked, why was that so specific on that case?
Boy, that sounds really familiar too. But I'm just gonna ignore it.
I'm not.
Her corpse didn't have any trace of glowing paint, though.
Oh, yeah. So then why was that floorboard loose?
The loose floorboard was the one under Tenko, right? If the culprit used it while she was still alive, she'd totally notice.
Who fucking cares? Fussing over that won't get us closer to the culprit!
We shouldn't dismiss this line of inquiry, however. Instead of butting our heads against this, how about we concentrate on another issue?
Another one?
What other issue?
Perhaps first, we should figure out how and when exactly Tenko was killed.
What? It was during the seance.
When? So not during seance?
It was during seance.
Tenko was in the metal cage for the whole seance, wasn't she? How could someone have gotten to her there?
Maybe the culprit killed her before she went under the metal cage.
That's not possible. She was alive at that point.
This is the point of no return, Tenko. After this point, you mustn't speak. The next time you open your mouth, it will be Angie speaking through you. Understood. I will not say a word till the seance is over.
Yes, she was unmistakably alive when the seance began.
That was right before we blew out the candles. But when the light came back...
The floorboard was removed at that point, so it's likely she was already dead then.
So she was killed when the room was dark?
But she was inside cage, right? Going to think it impossible to kill her then.
But she wasn't killed when the room was dark. It was a different time.
What?
A different time?
How the fuck should I know? You figure it out, shitheads.
Huh?
Since Gonta said it was impossible, I'm proposing an alternate theory. Now hurry up and think! If you want to make my golden brain tingle, start circle jerking your limp dick brains!
Wait.
When Tenko got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time.
That's not true.
She was under the cage the whole time. When she was dead, the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Like that.
When
What?
Cage lifted, culprit stabbed Tango real fast.
I think I saw
So
it.
fast, no one saw.
Oh my!
What? What is she doing?
So who lifted the cage?
It was me.
Then obviously Himiko is the culprit.
No.
There's no down! When
I saw it
Tenko
too.
got killed, it wasn't during the seance.
It could not have been done at any other time. She was under the cage the whole time. And she was dead when the cage was lifted.
What about moment Cage was lifted?
Got it.
That's wrong! No, it wasn't possible to kill her the moment the cage was lifted. Because the inside of the white cloth had Tenko's blood on it. That cloth was removed before the cage was lifted. If Tenko was stabbed then, there wouldn't be blood on the cloth.
What? But how could my golden brain be wrong when it felt so right?
The only possibility is that Tenko was killed during the seance.
I got your model right here!
What?
No, it's still wrong to think that Tenko was killed during the seance.
You weren't even there for it, so you wouldn't know.
What?
I'm gonna prove it right now. My golden brain is gonna go all out! Tenko died after the seance. It happened when the sheet was lifted. That was the moment the culprit chose to stab the fuck out of Tenko through the cage. They stuck the thin blade through the gaps of, and that clean white sheet got stained blood red!
But the weapon was a sickle. Only the blade could have fit through the gaps.
The blade's all you need. If you stick the blade through a gap in the cage, it'd be long enough to reach Tenko. Sitting in there with her neck all exposed.
Found it.
Oh, cut through your words! Wait just a minute. Tenko wasn't sitting down inside the cage. She was bent over with her forehead against the marker stone, and the cage itself was about 3 feet tall. The sickle's blade was too short to reach Tenko while she was in that position.
Then I messed up again? How could this happen? I am so embarrassed.
No worries, Mew. Everyone already knows you're an embarrassment to the human race.
Yikes.
Yeah, no worries.
Konta!
How embarrassing!
If Shuichi is right, then it's impossible for Tenko to have been killed through the cage.
She couldn't have been killed during the seance since she was in the cage, right?
If she was killed then, the cloth over the cage would have been pierced.
Not during the seance or from below the floor. Then it's impossible, isn't it?
Yeah, for a living person.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What if Angie's spirit killed Tenko?
What are you talking about? That's not possible!
We don't know that. Some things are impossible for a human, but not for a spirit.
Don't say stupid stuff like that! Screw spirits!
Poor guy, though.
Stop that now. Angie's spirit killed Tenko? Why?
Himiko?
Why would Angie's spirit kill Tenko?
What if Tenko killed Angie, and then Angie's spirit came back for revenge?
Huh?
Like I said, that's impossible! Spirits can't be culprits!
Then explain how the culprit killed Tenko under these impossible circumstances.
Well,
See? You can't explain, can you? Only a spirit could have done that!
wait! I know! What if the culprit was hiding inside the cage?
What? There was nowhere else to hide. She was the only one in the cage.
If they were in there, they could have stabbed Tenko during the seance.
No. If there was someone else in the cage, we would have
I
noticed.
agree with Kaito. The culprit could have been inside the cage.
What? You do?
Nonsense. There was no space in the cage for the culprit to hide.
Maybe the culprit wouldn't need to hide in the first place.
What?
Also, the culprit could have killed her in the cage at any time. I think you know what I'm getting at, right?
What? That's not the they she's referring to. You can't be serious, can you? I mean, there's no way she just... Was that the answer?
I believe Maki is referring to Tenko herself.
What the fuck?
What did you say? Are you saying Tenko is the culprit?
She committed suicide.
Suicide?
If she committed suicide, it would explain a lot of things we couldn't figure out. She volunteered to be in the cage, and then stabbed herself during the seance. It wouldn't matter how dark the room was.
But the sickle she was stabbed with was under the floor, right? If Tenko had stabbed herself, wouldn't the sickle still be inside the cage?
Oh my god. Mew actually said something smart.
Perhaps that explains why the floorboard was removed. After stabbing herself with the sickle, she threw it underneath the floor.
What?
So she took off the floorboard to get rid of the sickle?
Yes, that makes sense to Gonta.
But you don't just move after you stab yourself.
Well, it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There's no reason for Tenko to commit suicide.
Maybe I wasn't too far off with the theory I had earlier. You know, about Tenko killing Angie.
Yeah?
Because Tenko and Angie were fighting for your attention, right?
What did you brainwash Himika?
Tenko's pent-up frustration led her to commit such an atrocity. Her conscience couldn't handle it anymore, so she decided to end her own life.
What?
But if she was gonna kill herself, why do it during the seance?
She wanted to hide the truth of her suicide.
Really? Why?
What the fuck?
There could only be one reason to hide it in a killing game, right? It's to take us down with her.
Take us down?
She wanted us to pick the wrong answer during the class trial, so she could bring us all down. She wanted us to die with her. Okay, well, she probably just wanted Himiko to die with her, but still.
But what are you saying? Tenko wasn't like that. She told me.
Keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else.
What if all of that was just a lie?
A lie?
Wait, we should believe Tenko's last words.
The true terror of class trials is that you shouldn't believe everything said.
Himiko, you said that Tenko would never do anything like that. But how can you be so sure? Did you guys actually know each other? People keep all sorts of secrets. Like Maki. She hid the fact that she's a cold-blooded killer. Is it wise of us to trust other people wholeheartedly in this kind of situation?
Jeez, you're such a naive dude.
Naive?
We're all just people, you know? Of course we're gonna have some secrets. What matters is whether there's any malice behind them.
People can lie about how malicious their hidden secrets really are.
Well, duh. It's impossible to know for sure what others are thinking. That's why it all comes down to whether or not you believe in yourself. If you get betrayed, it's not their fault. It's your fault for believing in them.
Wait, what?
That's why I believed in Maki Roll, because I wanted to believe in her.
Just because you're acting all cool doesn't mean you get to skip training.
Hey, come on. Don't you think you're being a little too strict?
Well, we come from different backgrounds. So for now, let's agree to disagree. No one's ever called me naive before. And from Kaito? Seriously?
Did Kaito just touch a nerve?
Whether or not I believe, my heart can't reach Tenko anymore. But I want to believe in her. She wouldn't commit suicide. She wouldn't try to take us down. That's what I want to believe.
If she was the only girl left, she would definitely take us down.
Me too. Gonta no can believe Tenko commits suicide.
But if Tenko did commit suicide, that would answer all of our questions.
If you insist we believe in Tenko, then provide a reason to do so.
Proper reason.
All right, I'll give you a reason.
Is there a reason?
Yes, there is. Will you trust me, Maki? If it turns out I'm wrong, you can blame me all you like. But for now, I need you to trust in my detective work.
This is what she said. Okay, everyone. I'll see you guys at the seance. She said, see you guys after. I thought she had some change of heart. Just because we don't know how she was killed doesn't mean it was a suicide. We shouldn't be satisfied with that. And if we keep thinking we'll find the truth, that means we have to believe in Tenko. I'll make them all believe. Tenko? Whoops, wrong button.
Her plan was to take us down with her. So she hid her true intentions.
Tenko's not that kind of person. But if Tenko did commit suicide, it would explain how she died during the seance. She could have secretly brought the sickle and then stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the last of her strength,
She threw the sickle
beneath the floor.
all the pieces.
I didn't even know there was a fast button now. Fast forward button.
So she hid her true intentions. She could have secretly brought the sickle and stabbed herself with it.
Finally, with the
Is that right?
I'll reveal the truth.
Oh, good, it was. Because it didn't... I felt like I had to say something else.
Tenko couldn't have thrown the sickle under the floor.
Because she died instantly.
Because she died instantly.
Mm-hmm.
instantly.
Her death might not have been instant. But she couldn't have gone far before she bled out.
I'm certain of it. My investigation determined that she died instantly.
Oh,
What's
so...
your opinion, Maki? I'd like to hear from someone who specializes in murder.
Maki.
You're right. I completely forgot about that important detail.
You weren't there for it, though.
Tenko died instantly.
Alright, let's get...
As an assassin, I specialize in killing my targets swiftly. I have no doubt that Tenko was killed immediately.
Thank you, Maki.
Words of a true killer. Pretty sure we can believe everything she said.
Thank you, Maki.
How could you forget that, Maki roll? You better apologize to Shuichi.
God damn it, Kaito.
Excuse me?
Uh-oh.
It's okay, Kaito, really. No apology necessary. Anyway, Tenko died so suddenly that she couldn't have gotten rid of the sickle. Knowing that, the theory that she killed herself just doesn't fit, correct?
Just like I thought. Tenko would have committed suicide.
Thank goodness, Himiko.
Which means someone definitely killed Tenko during the seance.
Skio.
Her suicide was considered because we could not determine how she was killed.
No! There must have been a way! We're gonna figure it out!
Did any of the participants witness anything peculiar during the seance? If you know something, please speak up. It could be the key to solving this mystery.
Alright, let me pause here, guys. I need to take care of something. Baby. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Oh, I found it.
Did anything
It was a
seem out of
sign.
the ordinary during the seance? There is something that bothers me. The fact that the seance failed.
Whoops, wrong button.
The ritual was perfect, and yet it failed. How utterly strange.
Now that I think about it, while we were all singing the song, I heard something
Got it?
I agree.
Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Himiko, you think that something fell because of that sound you heard, right?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
It sounded like something heavy fell down and hit the floor really hard. What could have fallen down?
Fallen down? There wasn't anything on the ceiling that could have fallen down, right?
Am I wrong? I thought something fell, but
The sound was pretty loud. It did seem like something hit the floorboards.
Not so. Something hit the floorboards. It was our culprit. Do we have that? Loose floorboard? Yep.
This is it! I think the floorboard coming off had something to do with that sound. That floorboard came loose at some point during the seance, right?
could the floorboard have made such a loud sound, though?
It was the sound of an intense impact.
If the impact was that intense, then it could have loosened the floorboard.
It would have been strong to impact to make that sound. But what was it? What could it possibly be?
All right, then. Let's go with that. We all gotta put our heads together now.
What? I'm guessing it's the gap, because you wouldn't hit a floorboard unless it was gonna...
So what made the floorboard come loose?
Judging from the
Lacrosse
sound,
piece.
there must have been
Whoops. Again, wrong button.
considerable force.
Someone who participated in the seance. Maybe that person tore off the floorboard.
That wouldn't make such a loud crashing sound.
Maybe the wooden statue fell over.
But that statue was still on top of the cage.
Culprit hide under floor. Then stood up with such might.
But we already said there was no one under the floor.
Someone must have stomped through the floorboard.
Got it.
I agree. Kokichi is right. The floorboard came loose because someone stomped on it.
The floorboards fit perfect. Going to make sure first time we go to empty room.
When we first saw the room, yes. But when I looked again during the investigation, one of the cross pieces supporting the floorboards was cut off. After examining the cut, I concluded that it must have been done deliberately.
Someone? You mean the culprit, right? Why'd they do that?
What did the culprit stand to gain by cutting the cross piece?
I was looking at Luna. She's just staring at me. Tenko's body was on one end of the floor on the loose floorboard, and the cross piece had been cut on the other side. It lifted her up to the cage. And that's how she got stabbed in the back. In the center right where the answer to the cage was. What was the culprit attempting to achieve by stopping the culprit? It was the seesaw. Oh, there's two words? Wait, what? Wait, is it the seesaw effect? Yep. I just hit A to see if it actually went through. I didn't see any F's. Oh, there it is. Seesaw effect.
I see now. That's right. The floorboard might have been used as a seesaw.
A seesaw?
The crosspiece at one end of the floorboard had been cut off. The other two crosspieces holding up that board were close to the cage, meaning if you were to apply force to the end of the floorboard with no crosspiece, the next crosspiece would act as a fulcrum to turn the floorboard into a lever capable of lifting up Tenko's entire body.
Her whole body lifted up?
Yeah, that sounds like a seesaw, all right. But why bother lifting Tenko's body?
So she could reach the murder weapon with the back of her
They
head.
couldn't have killed Tenko like that. Unless they used the sickle.
That's exactly it. Using the seesaw trick, it was possible to kill Tenko with a sickle.
Huh? How?
In order for the culprit to kill Tenko with a seesaw trick, the placement of the sickle is the most important factor.
Now, only one place of the sickle could have been inconsistent. That is consistent with the evidence. Top of the cage.
That's it! The sickle was at the top of the iron cage, with the blade facing down. The reason we didn't see it was because of the fabric covering the cage.
And who put the fabric there?
Also, the wooden statue kept the blade in place. It's true that the sickle's handle was thick, which made the statue wobble, but the statue's weight kept it from falling over. Once everything was in place, if you stepped hard enough on the seesaw, Tenko's body would have shot upward and hit the blade on the top of the cage. She was bent over, meaning the sickle's blade would have connected with her neck.
The 6-inch sickle blade wasn't long enough to stab Tenko in a crouched position, but with the floorboard acting as a seesaw, it could compensate for the blade's length.
Bringing the victim to the sickle rather than bringing the sickle to the victim. That's definitely an unorthodox idea.
It's crazy, but it would explain how Tenko got stabbed while she was in the cage.
So the sound we heard was the culprit stomping on the floorboard.
That impact make floorboard come loose.
Looks like we got ourselves a good old-fashioned seesaw homicide. Wait, what the hell's a seesaw homicide? That's fucking crazy!
The craziness is what really makes the killing game fun, you know?
No.
They can't get away with murder the normal way, so they gotta think outside the box. Kudos, culprit! You did a great job keeping me entertained.
Indeed. Well played, Himiko.
Wait. Kyo, it's you. it's you, Kyo.
Yeah?
It was you,
Wait, what?
wasn't it? The one behind the seesaw homicide.
Why her?
Because she's the only one capable of carrying out this plan.
The only one? Why's that?
Because this seesaw homicide required its location to be prepared beforehand.
By cutting the crosspiece beneath the floorboard, you mean?
Then the culprit would need to lure their victim into the prepared room. That is why you chose that room for the seance. Is it not, Himiko?
Huh? Again with this?
Oh yeah! Himiko was the one who chose the site for the seance!
Uh-oh.
She likely found out about my plans for the seance somehow.
You were quite vocal about the seance, Kyo.
Yeah.
You even had instructions for it in your lab.
Mm-hmm.
Our culprit, Himiko, prepared her seesaw trap ahead of time. Then she waited for me to host the seance and suggested the middle room. She led us all into holding the seance right where she wanted it. Then, she killed Tenko, all according to plan.
That's a lie, right? Himiko did such a thing?
Himiko, say something.
In the end, Himiko, who Tenko cherished and loved, tragically killed her.
Wait! We don't know that, right? He's wrong, right, Himiko? Himiko would never kill Tenko.
Kill Tenko? I killed Tenko?
No. Himiko.
Himiko?
What's wrong, Himiko?
Bro, what is going on? No. Something so cruel. Jesus.
Well now.
Can I skip this? I don't want to read their crap. I found it.
This is my impression of a spooky, scary ghost.
1, 2.
Ah! I'm fine with real ghosts, but impressions of them are too scary!
Logic does not compute.
Did you hear something?
You're on the
No,
threshold of an amazing
I didn't hear anything.
You know what else is scary? Sweet buns. Yep, tasty, tasty sweet buns. So round, so sweet, so delicious.
That doesn't sound scary at all!
I'm scared too. Scared of losing my friends.
Did you hear something?
No, I didn't hear anything.
Damn.
right now.
Answer us, Himiko. You chose the middle room to lure us into your trap, did you not? Then you used that trap to kill Tenko, yes?
Well, Donkey Lips, did you kill that twat?
Wait, must be some mistake. No way Himiko is culprit.
Then she needs to defend herself. Otherwise, this debate is deadlocked.
Yeah.
I don't care if you gotta use magic to do it, but say something already.
Are you even listening?
No, I'm not listening.
Huh? What?
I don't care anymore. I'm too tired. Angie died. Tenko died. Why did I have to survive? And now, you're all saying I killed them? I just don't care anymore.
Himiko.
Do whatever. If you want to vote for me, then just go ahead.
The game gets really blah if the suspect isn't into it.
That's not the problem.
Damn it. Don't tell me you've given up.
Himiko, don't give up.
Don't you understand? My life is riding on the outcome of this trial!
Who cares about your life?
Just shut up. I told you, I'm too tired. It's all just a big pain. I can't put up with it anymore.
What are you talking about? If you give up here...
You needn't worry.
What?
Himiko was the one who chose that room. Therefore, she is unmistakably the culprit.
Impossible! Himiko would never kill Tenko! Himiko not that kind of person! Gonta can tell by Himiko's face!
Himiko's a little slow, so I don't think she's capable of handling a complicated crime.
Yeah.
I also think Himiko's not the culprit. Somehow.
Either way, we gotta look for more possibilities.
That does seem like rather a pointless quest.
Coming from the guy who we should really be suspecting, but for some reason we're not.
No, is not. We gotta be strong. Gotta keep thinking. Then we might find new truth. So no give up, Himiko!
Himiko, I know how you feel. I felt the same way after Kaede died. But we can't give up. We've survived. We can't give up for the sake of everyone who died. Bloody Kokichi?
Performing the seance.
I think that might be it.
Was Himiko's decision, wasn't it?
Oops, wrong button.
What if someone steered her into picking that room?
Of the 3 empty rooms, why did you select the middle one, Himiko? Because you laid your trap there.
Was trap only in that room? Other rooms may be trapped too.
Yes,
I agree.
it was. Because Kokichi fell through and got bloody.
It's just like Gonta said. Each room was the same. They were all trapped.
What? Is that true?
Kokichi will tell you.
Seriously?
He was way too careless. Wait, what are you talking about?
I guess that was no cross piece supporting the floorboard, so I kind of slipped through. What a bad luck.
While you were in the room next to the crime scene, you found a loose floorboard, right?
Well, I didn't find it so much as I stepped through it and tripped.
What? Hold on! There was also a loose floorboard in the next room?
So the culprit prepared a trap in all 3 empty rooms, not just the middle one.
If the culprit set traps in all the rooms, then they wouldn't need to select a room themselves.
So the real trap was for someone else to pick a room and take the blame.
Which is... yeah, you, buddy.
I see. We were caught in the culprit's trap all along.
Yes, we were caught in your trap all along.
Especially you!
Yeah,
But now there's no reason to suspect Himiko, right?
Himiko, do you remember what Tenko told you?
keep your chin up and live life facing forward. Survive with me and everyone else. Please.
Live life facing forward. She said that to you, right? If you give up on living, you'd be betraying her memory. We're all trying to keep our promises to the dead. This trial, it's not just for our lives. It's for everyone who's died as well. That's why we can't give up. This is our responsibility. We live on.
You're right. Yeah, that's right. If I gave up here, I wouldn't be able to face Angie or Tenko.
That's right. So let's do our best.
Alright, I'm not gonna say it's a pain anymore. I won't give up. I'll fight alongside everyone and survive.
That is character development.
Do not say everyone. After all, the Blackened is still among us.
Hey, he said the thing.
Jeez, there you go. Killing the mood like usual. But damn, well said, Shuichi. That's what I'd expect from my soul, bro.
Soul Bro?
Your soul, bro?
Well, anyway, do you think the Blackened this time has some sort of superpower?
What?
What are you talking about?
Well, as a self-proclaimed expert of stepping through floorboards, isn't it weird that no one stepped through that floorboard before the culprit used it?
Ah, that is a good point.
It must have been barrier magic.
No.
Well, that's one possibility, but I think it might have been something else.
I think I already know. Where is it? Wait, is it not here? Ah, here it is. Because Kyo told us not to step around it, so we didn't, so we would have missed it.
Because of the magic circle at the scene of the crime.
It's dark here, so I should be watch your step. Yep. There. Now can you say it's not you?
Before we began the seance, we were warned not to step on the circle. The floorboard in question was within the circle. That's why no one stepped on it.
Yep.
So the magic circle's purpose was to keep us away from the whole trick.
That was part of the culprit's plans, too?
Yep. If that's the case, then the culprit, who we already knew who killed Tenko, was...
It has to be you! Kyo. Was it you?
It was him. You don't have to ask him.
Whatever are you talking about?
I'm talking about Tenko's murder.
Kyo? Why do you suspect me?
There's a list.
Because you were the one who drew the magic circle. The circle kept us from discovering the seesaw trick. But that's not all it was for. In order to make the murder succeed, variables like Tenko's position and the placement of the cage needed to be defined. And those variables were defined by using the magic circle. In short, the circle itself was the most important tool in this murder. Knowing that, the person who drew the magic circle has to be the culprit.
Yep.
Well, Kyo,
Answer already! Did you do it?
Huh? Uh-oh. Is he snapping?
What is so funny?
I was just thinking.
What?
So this is how each Blackened must have felt. What an intriguing experience this is.
What? An intriguing experience?
But if I am the culprit as you claim, then I stomped on the floorboard, yes?
You did.
So, do tell. How could I have stomped on the floorboard during that darkened seance?
I see. That is problem.
You could have felt the salt and make your way to it.
Unless that is made clear, you cannot be certain I am the culprit.
how can you be so calm when you're backed into a corner like this?
I will explain that in due time. Please answer my question first.
The culprit stepped on that exact floorboard, even in the darkness. But how did they move around in total darkness? Although, even after you put out a candle, you could move along the wall with my hand.
Wait a minute. Maybe...
Did you figure it out?
That's it. The culprit didn't even have to see it all. They used... Yeah, they felt it.
That's it! The culprit used touch. They didn't see. they felt.
That way they could get around in the dark, like how I got to the candle.
Wasn't Seesaw in middle of room? Gonta doesn't think it was near wall.
So they probably used something besides the wall to move then, right?
Were there any other markers within reach?
Of course, the answer to that is there was nothing of the sort.
No, I'm sure there was something. The landmark they could have used to determine where the floorboard was. It was the magic circle. Got it.
I see now. That's it. The magic circle. They used the magic circle. Remember? The magic circle was drawn with salt. The culprit used the salt's texture to feel their way through the dark.
I see. So Kyo traced the magic circle with his hands to get to the loose floorboard.
Oh, I see. You drew the magic circle with salt to use it as a guide.
Oh.
An interesting thought. It is unfortunate that it is so wrong.
Huh? What?
Recall the document. What did the magic circle look like?
Based on the document, the magic circle wouldn't reach the corners of the room.
So what?
When the room was darkened, each of us was in a corner of the room, yes? The magic circle didn't reach us, so I could not have followed it, yes?
But you're talking about the magic circle in the document. That doesn't mean the circle you drew was the same.
Yeah, I could have sworn there were lines.
No, I most definitely drew it exactly the same. I have it perfectly memorized.
So which is it? Is there any way to check?
Not anymore. The magic circle is a complete mess from being
Shit.
trampled on.
I see, another piece of the puzzle. Drawing the circle with salt and all, but guarantee it would be temporary. The investigation itself should have gotten rid of the evidence. Clever.
Everyone, may I have your attention, please?
Huh? Kiba?
What a pain. We don't have any way to check it now.
Excuse me, everyone. May I have your attention, please?
Kibo's trying to talk. Listen up.
Well, I guess there's no point in discussing the magic circle anymore.
What the fuck?
Hey, may I have your attention?
Thank you.
I said cut that out! It's too bright!
I apologize. I just wanted everyone to listen to me.
Seriously, guys, come on.
About what?
I had Miu add another function to my body, in addition to the flashlight.
Huh?
What the? No way! Did you really?
What?
Stop! You can't! I didn't install it for that purpose!
What?
Please, let me use it. With it, I might be able to save everyone.
Alright, so what is this function?
It's an image recording function.
You were in the room too, so that means you could have seen it.
Image recording?
Specifically, this function allows me to dispense a printout of my own memory.
Oh, so we can see what the circle looked like before.
I'll give it a try. Ready?
Yeah?
From your mouth?
I also used magic like that before.
This printout is my memory of being kicked out of the seance.
Sorry, Kiba, that wasn't my doing.
Please confirm that the floor of the empty room is clearly visible. Go on, take the picture and see for yourself.
Okay, got it.
I literally see the lines on the circle right now. He did make lines to the corners. Yep.
Well, Shuichi, do you notice anything?
Yep.
There! This helped a lot, Kibo. Without you, I never would have seen through Kiyo's lie.
Yep.
My lie.
You just said that you drew the magic circle exactly as it appears in the document. But that's a lie, isn't it? The magic circle at the scene had lines that stretched to the room's corners, which means that you would be able to find the floorboard from anywhere in the room.
So it was different from the document after all.
All because Himiko noticed. And because of Kibo, too.
Hey, where's my things? I'm the one who installed that function into Kibo.
Hey, yeah, what was it you were saying about its purpose?
Is that really important right now? But it's kind of weird what you would use it for.
Oh, to be honest, the purpose of that image recording function is to monitor my health.
How would you do that with pictures?
Specifically, I make Kibo use that function every day to analyze my turds.
What?
Your what? Why? Shit is a great indicator of intestinal health and gut bacteria quality.
Gross.
Plus, taking a satisfying shit does wonders for a woman's natural beauty, so... See? You're all grossed out! This is why I didn't want to tell you about my plan!
You are so effed up in so many ways.
Quit talking about your poop. No one cares.
Here you go.
Kyo, you killed Tenko, didn't you? Just give up and admit it already.
Yeah, seriously. We know you killed Tenko even before we started this class trial.
So, Kiyo, if you have any objections, you can...
Your deductions are fiction.
Seriously?
Well, since you've given me the option, I will most certainly object. To be honest, it's unimportant, but it may be an amusing diversion.
Unimportant?
Now I shall bear witness to your abilities, Shuichi. Do entertain me.
Bastard is still trying. I'm gonna say
If
it's
you
the
are
white
going
sheet.
to claim I am the culprit, then what of the murder weapon? It was set up in the cage. The only people capable of that are Kokichi and Shuichi, who carried the cage. So suspicion should fall on them.
Got it.
True, we could have placed the sickle there, but we could not have removed it later.
Yeah.
Because we weren't the ones who lifted the cage. That was Himiko.
The only person who could have collected the sickle was Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch the sickle.
I think that
so
was it.
Simply put, I am not the killer.
I accidentally cut it.
The
My
only
bad.
person who could have collected the sickle is Himiko. But the only people who could have placed the sickle are Kokichi and Shuichi. But in regards to that dilemma, I did not carry the cage, nor did I lift it. I had no opportunity to touch
Yeah, you
the
did.
sickle.
I'll cut through your words!
It was the sheet.
The only person who could have set up the sickle and retrieved it afterward is Kiyo. That was done by covering the cage with a white cloth. You could have secretly placed the sickle when you draped the cloth. retrieved it afterward when you removed the clock. Then, while everyone was distracted, you discreetly dropped the sickle under the floor.
Wonderful! That's exactly correct.
What? Why would you just... What?
It's correct. Then why don't you give up already?
The trick I put so much work into is just wasted effort now. Alas.
So, it was you? You killed Tenko?
Let me guess. You'll never forgive me.
It's a soft
Himiko, you must hate me so very much. Maybe you'd feel better if I was executed by Monokuma. But unfortunately for you, that won't happen.
Wait, is he talking about the rule?
Because if you vote for me, every spotless, including myself, will die.
What you talking about, Kyo?
You still don't understand? I killed Tenko, that is the truth. But it is meaningless in this class trial.
Meaningless?
You mean Monokuma's extra rule, right?
Fuck, that's what he did. He did mean that. What happens if you vote if there are two blackened candidates? Well, I have an answer for that. It's first come, first served.
You see, I killed Tenko, but not Angie. For us, Tenko's death is nothing but a trivial issue. Because the blackened in this trial is the culprit who killed Angie.
Trivial issue? No, that's gotta be a lie. You probably killed Angie too.
Yeah, I have a... I guess the real question is how you did it.
That is simply not possible. Recall that I was unable to enter Angie's lab.
Oh, only student council members and Kokichi could enter research lab.
How could I have possibly killed Angie when I couldn't even enter her lab?
We can figure that out. No one else could have done it besides you. If you're the one who killed Tenko, you gotta be the one who killed Angie.
I understand how you feel, Himiko, but maybe we can discuss this rationally and calmly.
Yeah.
There is a non-zero possibility that Kyo is telling the truth.
So you understand how she feels. I see. Wait, robots can understand human feelings?
Yes.
Of course I understand. I worked really hard to understand.
Hey, why are you getting all worked up, Kibo? Chill, dude.
That's enough! It's voting time! I'm gonna vote for him!
Whoa, slow it down there, Himiko.
Voting for me will only help the one who murdered Angie.
Whether that's true or not, we still need to find out who actually did it, even if it was you again.
Isn't Kyo culprit?
Of course I'm not. This case was an error on my part. Monokuma added that rule after both bodies were found, yes?
But that wouldn't make sense, because... Wait. You asked that question after they were both killed. But you had already planned to kill someone. Literally after... Wait. Oh, no, that does make sense. Shit!
How was I to know that the trial would only be for Angie's killer?
I had to think about that one for a second. So that means he had no idea. That's why, well... No. Why would he be the only one to think of that question, though? That's suspicious.
Had I known, I certainly wouldn't have killed Tenko.
You're lying! You killed Tenko and Angie!
Well, hopefully we get to the bottom of this.
Now hold on. Jumping to conclusions here is dangerous.
We should talk it out more. This case might have juicy plot twists waiting to happen.
The fact that you said that makes me think it's going to happen.
Nuts to that! Any way you look at this case, Kyo is obviously the culprit.
Yeah, there's sort of no other way to look at it.
No, it's too dangerous to vote before we arrive at a logical decision.
The
Uh-oh.
Wowee! This argument is getting intense.
At times like this.
The Ultimate Academy is proud to present its very own more phenomenal trial grounds.
We're doing this again.
Yippee! I've been waiting for this!
What?
Why were you waiting for it?
Kyo confessed to killing Tenko, but insisted he didn't kill Angie. We won't forgive Kyo for what he did, but we can't vote until we know the facts. I have to pin down the evidence and convince everyone.
Kyo killed Tenko and Angie.
Kibo! We don't know for certain that Kyo killed Angie.
He forced his way into Angie's research lab and killed her.
Lab? Angie?
He got this, but he couldn't get into Angie's research lab.
The katana was found in Kyo's lab.
Lab.
Kyo! Anyone could have entered my lab.
So Kyo did kill Tenko, but he's not blackened?
Blackened.
Kokichi! Perhaps there's a second blackened we need to find.
He was planning to use the new rule to protect himself all along.
No. Rule.
Kyo! Not possible.
Why are we helping Kyo?
That rule was added after both murders.
We solved the mystery of Tenko's death. Can't we just vote now?
I got this! Not yet.
Okay, we're good.
There's still another mystery to solve.
This is our answer.
It would be a mistake to vote before we've completely solved Angie's murder. And there's still the mystery of Tenko's murder.
Mystery? What kind of mystery?
Well, Kyo's confession derailed our conversation a bit. But we still have to go over one of the clues found at Tenko's crime scene. I believe it might even have something to do with Angie's murder.
Yes, the outlying piece of the evidence at Tenko's murder scene. It was the other bloodstain. Is he around here? Dry blood.
This is it! The bloodstain found under the floor. Maki and I found it during the investigation. It was beneath the floorboard that the culprit stomped on.
Is that Tenko's blood?
That bloodstain was too far from Tenko's corpse to have been hers.
Also, the bloodstain was already dry when we found it. But the blood from Tenko's body hadn't even begun to dry yet.
Well, that's weird. Why was that bloodstain the only dry one?
The bloodstain under the floorboard was dry because it was there before the seance.
That's it! The
I was about to read it.
bloodstain wasn't from Tenko's murder. It was there before we started the seance.
Before the seance?
That should make it clear whose blood it was. Angie's.
That's it! That bloodstain wasn't Tenko's. It was Angie's.
Why was blood from Angie at the scene of Tenko's murder?
Yeah, wasn't Angie killed in her research lab?
Just because we found her body there doesn't mean she was killed there.
Ah, I guess that's possible.
If Angie wasn't killed in her lab, then that opens up a lot more possibilities. We assumed that only council members could have killed Angie since her body was in her lab. But if she died somewhere else, then we can't suspect just the council members anymore.
So the culprit didn't enter her lab, but waited for her to come out of it?
I'm not sure if the culprit waited for her, but they probably killed her when she came out. Well, I thought that was more likely from the start. So I went to places Angie might have gone and checked all 3 empty rooms.
Places she might have gone? Why did you check the empty rooms then?
The empty rooms were the only places I could think of that Angie would go.
Did Angie have business in rooms?
It seems Kokichi's up to his usual misleading nonsense again.
I do lie a lot, and I could be lying right now too. But I'm pretty sure someone's panicking right now because of my lie.
Oh. Ooh. Nice one. Angie left her lab on her own and headed to the room she was killed. Is Kokichi's statement true, or...?
The art research lab is not where Angie was killed. She was killed in the empty room instead.
She left her lab on her own?
But why would she go into an empty room? There shouldn't have been anything in there.
Except for candles.
Except for candles.
Yeah. Oh, well, she needed something to burn, right?
That's it! She wanted
Yep.
I agree.
There was nothing in her lab she could use to burn, so she had to burn that, obviously. She had to use the candle.
That's it. Angie went to that room to get a candle.
Yeah, her tanky wax play.
No.
No. Angie was going to use it for the ritual. According to the Necronomicon, to resurrect the dead.
You have to burn the Necronomicon.
Then, did she seek out a candle so she could burn the book?
That's right. There's nothing to start a fire with in Angie's lab. So she went to go get a candle from one of the empty rooms.
And that's when the culprit attacked her.
That's why there was dried blood underfloor.
Which means Angie was attacked in the same room the seance was held. Bravo, Himiko. Well done for choosing that room for the seance.
What?
If we hadn't done the seance in that room, then Tenko's murder would have been in another room. If that happened, no one would have discovered Angie's bloodstain under the floorboards.
That's right. Shuichi and I only checked under the floorboards where Tenko died.
Yep, it's all thanks to Himiko for choosing the same room as Angie. This must be a Tua's will. Or maybe the power of magic.
You're just making that up.
It's neither. I just picked one.
Hold on.
Huh?
You're all acting as though you've proven that as fact already. You claim Angie was murdered in the empty room, and then moved to the lab? Then how do you explain the large amount of blood in the lab? It may be possible to carry a body, but blood cannot be moved.
Maybe she was struck.
I think she was still alive after the attack in the empty room.
That would make sense.
She was killed after she was carried to her lab.
Yeah. That means the culprit attacked her twice. I have evidence of that. The injury.
This is it! The fatal wound was a cut to the back of her neck from the katana. But she also showed signs of blunt force trauma, and I think I know why. After Angie was knocked unconscious in the empty room, she was killed in her lab.
I see. So that puddle of blood is from the killing blow. Ha! It's all clear now. Angie was attacked in the empty room, carried to her lab, and it was there that the culprit finished her off.
All clear. This is all clear.
Well, do you have any other reasons?
What are you all talking about? All clear? What is all clear.
Uh-oh.
What is...
Uh-oh.
What are you...
He's breaking.
All clear? What are...
What the hell?
You all... You... You what? What are... I will not fear. I will not back down.
What the fuck was that? He had his mask?
Sweet Korekio, calm yourself.
What the fuck?
Their words are all hollow. There is no meaning to any of them.
Who the hell are you? What?
You must teach these ignorant children a lesson.
Yes, you're right. Okay, I'll teach them.
What is happening?
What the hell are you mumbling about? You're giving me the goddamn willies!
Not yet. Nothing is clear at all. It's full of doubts! Of mysteries! Of a dense, impenetrable fog! Nothing is clear at all!
I gotta be quick. I think the duct tape.
Angie was attacked
Whoops.
in the imp and carried into the research lab? Impossible! Impossible! That's nothing but a delusion! You intend to poison our minds with your delusions?
Got it.
It's no delusion. Angie's 2 external wounds tell the story. After she was struck in the empty room, she was carried to the art research lab and then killed.
You say the culprit carried Angie's body?
Shit.
And not a single drop of blood fell?
I keep hitting the wrong buttons.
The hallway and empty room had no blood stains. Even if you wiped them down later, there'd still be traces of evidence left behind. But there was no evidence anywhere, was there, Shuichi?
There was.
I'll cut through your words. There was evidence left at the scene. The bloody tape under Angie's body.
What?
Oh.
It was wrapped around her head to stop the bleeding while she was being carried.
Bloody tape? Gonta didn't notice at all.
It was under the body. It's most likely evidence the culprit should have gotten rid of. But since it was hidden, the culprit didn't notice and failed to dispose of it.
It must have fallen as the fatal blow was dealt, and ended up under her body.
Must have been Atua who did that for us.
What? Atua? How long are you going to keep that up?
Now we know most of the mystery behind Angie's murder.
I'm convinced there's only one person who could have killed Angie.
Yep, so you killed both of them. That's not much of a twist, but the fact that you actually got almost everyone to believe it, not bad. But you're caught.
It has to be you! It's you, Kyo. You killed Angie.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? So it's true!
Well, that was obvious. Such a boring, obvious answer.
Killed both of them. Why did you kill them?
In terms of pure logic, only one victim was necessary to win.
Why? Why you killed them both?
I think one of the murders was an accident.
An accident?
That's right. It wasn't part of the plan.
Huh? Which one?
Murder that was an accident. It was Angie's.
That's it! Angie's murder was an accident.
What? Tanko wasn't accident?
That's right. Kyo originally planned to kill someone with a seesaw trick. But while he was making preparations in the empty room, Angie walked in. So he decided to kill her in order to keep her from talking.
She just happened to walk in on the culprit setting up and was killed.
Then, you should have just stopped there. Since he killed Angie. There was no reason for him to kill Tinkle.
You only needed to kill one for this game. Killing two is pointless. If you get bonus points for killing more, then sure. Otherwise, it leaves more clues behind.
Why, Kyo? Why you kill two of our friends?
What on earth are you talking about? No, I'm not the culprit.
You are.
So, why is everyone looking at me like I am? Why? Why are they? Why is it? Calm yourself, Korekio.
Oh God.
Yes.
Not you again. Whatever you are.
You mustn't raise your voice. You mustn't stutter. You mustn't lose composure. You mustn't become flustered. You mustn't waver. Look at their horrid faces. This sorry lot is not worth agonizing over. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
There he goes again. What the hell's wrong with him?
I want to know that too.
It almost seems like he's talking with someone. Someone? He's just talking to himself. And why the hell is he wearing lipstick?
No matter how loudly you protest, this is a trivial matter. I will never acknowledge your allegations. Not a single one of them. For you see, there is no evidence that I killed Angie. No, I will not acknowledge it. I will only acknowledge facts, true events. I won't acknowledge fiction, mystery. I won't acknowledge your deductions or guesses. Well said. Good job, Korekio.
The fuck?
Yes, thanks.
Creeps me the fuck out!
You're telling me. No evidence. There's no evidence that he killed Angie.
You're wrong. There is evidence.
What? You do realize bluffs like that won't work, yes?
The weapon that was used to knock Angie unconscious in the empty room. That weapon tells us the whole story, Kyo.
That's not possible. I think you may have misunderstood. Apologize.
Huh?
Come on, apologize. 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 Apologize.
Seriously, what the hell's happening?
I have no idea what's happening with Kyo. But I know what weapon he used on Angie, and I have to prove it to him.
I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. I'm not the culprit, so I have nothing to confess. I have nothing to admit. You are simply wrong. Yes,
Whoops.
I'm not the culprit, so I have nothing to confess.
Okay.
Why must you force your delusions on us? You're lying. That's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio. To continue this debate is meaningless. Why must you force your delusions on us?
What the? What? Go back.
That's merely a delusion. Well said, Korekio. To continue...
Okay.
I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot.
God dang it, I keep hitting the wrong button.
Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not the culprit. So why are you looking at me like that? You're all wrong, not me. Korekio speaks the truth. Such a sorry lot. Apologize. 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 I told you I am not
I'm
the
holding the
culprit.
controller weird.
So why are you looking at me like that?
Okay.
You have no proof that Correggio is the killer.
Got it.
It ends here! Keo hit Angie with the same floorboard used in the seesaw trick.
I see. And how do you know the floorboard was the murder weapon?
There was a small patch of dried blood on the underside of the floorboard.
Angie's blood?
Blood that spattered there when the culprit struck Angie with the board. But that's not the only evidence that she was hit with that floorboard. There's also the blood stain under the floor to consider. For that to be there, the floorboard must not have been in place at the time of the attack.
Good point. Had the floorboard been in place, her blood wouldn't have splattered beneath it.
Keo's earlier confession is further evidence that the floorboard was used.
Yep.
How?
If the weapon used to hit Angie is the floorboard from the seesaw trick,
It means the culprit knew about the seesaw, so the same person killed Tenko and Angie.
Jesus. I know you got caught, but calm down.
I believe that while Keo was setting up the seesaw, he was holding the board when Angie walked in.
And he cold-cocked her with a floorboard.
all you can do now is accept it. You even confessed to Tenko's murder already.
So it's true. This is the truth.
Looks like we're almost at the end. All right, Shuichi. I'll leave the finale to you. Bring down the house.
Ichi, please, put an end to this. For Angie and Tenko's sake. End this class trial.
I understand. I'll go over everything one more time. Keo, I want you to confess. No, I will force you to confess.
Alright, here we go. Let's do the sickle, which has to be around here. What weapon did the culprit set on top of the iron cage? Sickle. Wait, what? There we go. Small stone Himiko. What object did Tenko rest her head? This one. Stuck duct tape. What was compressing Mandarin Angie's hand while she was carried? Duct tape. Remove the gold leaf katana. What weapon killed Angie? Alright. What weapon knocked Angie unconscious? Enemy's lights. The handle of the swing katana. The path made with salt, which means how is the culprit able to move around? Kokichi lockpicking. This is probably at the beginning. When Angie Body is around, who gonna lock the door? Kokichi. Footsteps contaminating. Magic circle got erased by us because we were panicking. Cut crosspiece under the floor. Who was the culprit with? Who was the culprit with? Oh, come on. Who was the culprit with in the song? Wait, what? Is that it? Oh, okay. Which FEG was stabbed? Coyotes. That was me? It's not time. And we're done.
This is the truth of the case! Let's look back at the first murder. It was late last night. The culprit was in the empty room on the 4th floor. The culprit was preparing the seance murder they had planned. To use the floorboard as a seesaw, they had to cut the crosspiece supporting it. The plan was to make the same preparations for all 3 empty rooms. This would divert suspicion away from the culprit and whoever picked a room. To cut the crosspieces, they needed a saw. I imagine they got one from the warehouse. They were planning to cut the crosspieces in all 3 rooms. However, when the culprit was working on the middle room, the unexpected happened. Angie walked into that room and saw the culprit making their preparations. She needed some fire for the ritual and had gone to the room for a candle. At that point, the culprit had not finished the setup and was just cutting crosspieces. Angie might not have concluded that it was tied to some kind of murder plan, but now that Angie had seen it, the culprit couldn't use the seesaw trick. Any other person might have just given up, but not our culprit. The culprit took the floorboard they loosened and struck the unsuspecting Angie in the head. The culprit did not want to give up on their plan and had to improvise. They wrapped duct tape around Angie's injury to stop the bleeding. Then they picked up her unconscious body and carried her to a research lab. While she was unconscious, the culprit hurried to tie up this loose end. But because they were in a hurry, they made a crucial oversight. They didn't notice the duct tape had peeled off and was under Angie's body. Without that evidence, we may never have figured out the culprit's trick. Carrying the supplies they needed, the culprit returned to the ultimate art lab. Locked the front door from inside. And took out the katana they brought from their own lab. They then stabbed Angie in the back of the neck, finally killing her. Then, to further confuse us, the culprit attempted to make a locked room mystery. First, they used rope from the warehouse and hung 4 effigies upside down. There were 2 reasons for this: to overwhelm the room with an occult atmosphere, and the other was the key to locking the room. The culprit stuck the katana into Kaede's effigy near the rear entrance. And spun the effigy around to twist up the rope. After enough turns, the culprit let go and headed for the rear door. Once released, the effigy began spinning, and the gold leaf katana with it. The handle of the katana then hit the sliding lock, locking the door. A difficult trick, but remember that the lock was so loose it moved at the slightest touch. The culprit also would have had the opportunity to attempt it many times. Once complete, the door was locked, but the duct tape was left behind. Perhaps the culprit noticed it, but by that point, it was too late. The room was sealed. There was no way for them to get back inside. Then, this morning, we opened up the room and discovered Angie's body. But the culprit wasn't finished. They wanted one more murder. To do that, they manipulated us into performing this seance. Of the 3 empty rooms, the middle one was chosen for the seance. I was invited by Kokichi to take Kibo's place in the seance. Tenko volunteered to be the medium, but she never imagined it would get her killed. To perform the seance, the culprit claimed they needed something for Tenko. A small stone that Himiko had brought from the courtyard. Tenko, at the culprit's request, bowed her head until it was touching the stone. That position was instrumental in making sure the murder went as planned. Next, Kokichi and I placed the iron cage over Tenko, in the middle of the magic circle. The culprit then volunteered to drape the white cloth over the iron cage. We didn't realize it at the time, but that was a deliberate decision by the culprit. They needed to set up the murder weapon that was used to kill Tenko. While they were covering the cage with a cloth, they secretly placed the sickle. Finally, 4 of us placed the wooden statue on top of the cage. The culprit used the weight of the statue to keep the murder weapon in place. After the preparations were complete, we began the seance. In complete darkness, we each stood in one corner and sang the Caged Child song. When the song finished, the soul of the dead was supposed to enter the medium, but our culprit had another plan: to commit a murder in the darkness. Right after we started singing, the culprit began making their way toward Tenko. It would have been quite difficult to do in total darkness, but our culprit had a guide. They used the lines of the magic circle drawn with salt. The culprit felt for the salt and used it to guide them along. And when the culprit reached the center of the circle, they found the floorboard that had its crosspiece cut off the night before. Then lifted up their foot and stomped down hard on the floorboard. The floorboard lifted up like a seesaw and pushed Tenko's body up toward the ceiling of the cage. Tenko was stabbed in the back of the neck by the sickle on the top of the cage. She was killed right before our eyes, and we didn't even see it. After committing the crime, the culprit followed the Salt back to their corner, finished the ritual, and had us light the candles. We followed the culprit's directions and removed the equipment used for the seance. And discovered Tenko's body. And while we were all focused on the body, the culprit picked up the sickle and dropped it under the floor through the hole in the corner of the... Ironically, the final step of the murder was unwittingly carried out by us. The culprit had planned the murder so that we would unintentionally destroy some evidence. That evidence was the magic circle that the culprit used to navigate in the dark. However, the culprit didn't know that Kibo had taken a picture. He really saved us. Without that, we wouldn't know what changes were made to the circle. But now we know for certain, and we know the culprit drew the magic circle. Korekyo Shinguchi, the ultimate anthropologist. You're the culprit behind these murders. That's where my detective work leads us. It all fits.
Sweet Korekyo. There were times when it's necessary to admit defeat. Admit? Yeah. Okay.
So you finally admit you did it.
Unfortunately. Yes.
Unfortunately.
Yes. It's unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. My one regret, my only regret, was not being able to make 100 friends.
What?
100 friends?
It was my dream to make 100 friends. Oh, it's so unfortunate! I was so close to 100!
What? I'm confused. How are you gonna make friends by killing people?
What are you talking about? I do not understand a word of this.
Who gives a fuck? Let's vote for this kooky bastard and be done with this already!
Roger that! One voting time! Coming up!
The heart racing excitement as
The heart-racing excitement!
As the blackened and the spotless finally face off,
It's voting time!
Oh.
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result. Who'll be chosen as the Blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Okay. Another A rank. Seriously, you're correct again. This is the third correct verdict in a row.
Alright!
You managed to get 12 correct verdicts in a row. You'll proceed to the bonus round. How is this gonna last that long?
For now.
It's finally over.
No.
Not yet. I haven't heard his answer yet. Why did you kill Angie and Tenko? He no need to kill them both, no matter what motive he has. Motive?
Hey!
Did your motive have something to do with the transfer student who was resurrected? Even if it did, though, how did that trigger a murder?
Hey!
Were you actually scared of the resurrection ritual, Kaito?
Shut up!
I never said I was scared. The resurrection ritual has nothing to do with this. Because we're friends. I'll tell you, I never once believed in the ritual. I would never kill someone over such a silly thing as that.
What?
So it has nothing to do with the motive? Then why?
Yes.
For the one that I love. What?
There is someone that I love.
From the bottom of my heart, someone so dear, someone I long for. Please don't tell me it's freaking... Huh?
I love her with all my heart. And she loves me with all her heart.
Well, at least it's not, Junko, you know, because the other one in the other game was Junko.
Yes. We vowed an endless love to each other, forever bound by fate. None can come between us. We are bound by an intense love, no matter what anyone says.
Uh-huh.
What?
Bragging about your perfect love life? Fuck you. Some of us aren't that lucky. So I see this lover of yours you had to escape.
Don't tell me.
That's why you killed Tenko and Angie? But why did you need to kill them both? If you asked if I did it to escape this place, my answer would be no.
Wonderful.
Because I have no need to escape this place. The one I love is inside? Inside?
Wait!
Don't look at me, I'm not this lover. Calm down, no one would want a disgusting shit-stuffed bitch like you anyway.
Sploosh!
What the what? Who is it? Who's this person you love?
Hey.
Is it really one of us? Well, I say inside. I did not mean inside this academy.
You see.
What? Inside me?
Sister.
The one I love lives inside me is my dear sister?
No, that's wrong.
I couldn't help it. That is so wrong.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Okay. Sister.
Wait!
I'm not his sister.
Right?
If you were his sister, he would have killed himself already.
Wait!
But didn't you say she was your lover?
Whatever is the matter?
It's not that difficult. My sister is my lover.
No, that's wrong.
I loved her so deeply.
Oh God.
And she loved me so deeply.
No physical connection.
The fact that we were siblings meant nothing to us.
That's wrong.
They called it forbidden love. But none could stop the love we shared.
That's wrong.
Oh, how I long for my sister's warmth.
That's wrong.
The only time I felt at peace was when I was enveloped in my sister's warmth.
That's wrong.
For my beloved sister.
I had to.
Always messing
You had to escape
around.
from here, right? No, I had to kill for her.
Huh?
What?
Sister.
Sister was very sickly. She was always in and out of the hospital ever since she was a child. Because of that, she didn't have many friends. She was always seemed so lonely.
However,
Even if I could be her little brother and her lover, I couldn't be her friend. So I thought I'd find her some friends of my dear deceased sister.
huh?
Deceased?
Do you understand?
My sister is not a ghost, so her friends should be ghosts too, right?
For my beloved sister.
For sister's sake, I've killed many to send her 100 friends. They were all wonderful people, worthy of being my sister's friends.
Huh?
What?
Incomprehensible.
This is too impossible to understand. Too impossible.
Sister.
Sister is very happy.
Yes.
Oh god, yes, Kiriko. I'm very happy. Thanks to you, I am not lonely.
What?
That lipstick version of Kyo is...
I am Korekio's older sister.
Thank you for looking after my little brother.
What?
Yes.
After I lost my beloved sister, I was so distraught. I nearly went mad. You didn't nearly went mad, you went overboard mad. But sister came to save me.
I am pleased.
She visited me during one of my seances and stayed inside me.
Sister.
Now I can see her whenever I want. I'm never lonely.
Korekio.
That's wonderful, Kiriko. Your love made it the impossible possible.
Are you serious?
Is this really a spirit?
I told you.
He's just delusional. What a sad girl who can't even believe in the power of love. Oh!
Ew.
Either way, he's totally out of his mind. I mean, he killed for a dead chick.
Well,
You said you killed a lot, right? So it wasn't just 2 you killed here.
What was that?
Seems like he was already crazy before he got here.
Because?
You didn't kill to escape from here. That wasn't your purpose from the get-go. You just wanted to slaughter a bunch, huh?
unacceptable.
Do not make me out of some bloodthirsty, indiscriminate killer. I only kill girls who I think are worthy of being sisters' friends.
No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong.
Huh? Only girls? I see. So when we discussing on who should be the medium, that's why you only wanted to pick a girl. You said it would be best if it was a girl. I spent my time evaluating all the girls here.
Wonderful.
Besides, Maki and Miui were all worthy. All worthy of being sisters' friends. All worthy?
Why, you?
How come I'm not included? I mean, not like I cared.
Then
the second victim could have been me. Teko died in place of me? Shit. Then I'll do it. I can't think of anyone but me that Angie's spirit should go in. No, I'll do it.
Excellent.
Himiko would have been great, but Teko volunteeringly made me so happy. Her noble, earnest heart made her a perfect friend for sister.
Wonderful.
She even affiliated the student council to protect Himiko. Huh? Infiltrated? But how did you... It was obvious to me. I have studied many people. She stood up against the darkness of this school all by herself. All for her beloved friend.
Beautiful.
I was so touched by that. Wonderful. She was the perfect friend for sister. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Kimiko. I can't understand why you didn't like her, Kimiko. Well, I was planning on having you become my sister's friend too eventually.
No way!
What? You all that for... You did all that just to kill? For you to go that far, that's pretty impressive. You were interested in a caged child just so you could use it to kill someone, right?
Let's see.
It interests me as an anthropologist, of course, but more than that.
For my beloved sister!
I wanted to kill for sister. I cannot deny that overpowering feeling.
Are you okay?
Kaito, you look kind of pale. Don't worry about me. Let's focus on Kyo right now. I did not plan to kill both of them. I knew I could have plenty of chances after escaping this place.
However...
But Angie walked in on me preparing the ending of killing her in a different way. So I figured I may as well kill someone else too. After all, it would be a shame to just waste the seance trick I prepared.
what is that?
You're talking like you killed her just because you could. No, not just because I could. I was sending another friend to sister.
Korekio.
Korekio, you're such a wonderful, thoughtful little brother. It was bad to get greedy. You're right. Because of that, now I can't send 100 friends to sister. Do you understand now? Those were the circumstances of Korekio's crime. I do not understand. This is all too impossible for me to understand.
Why?
That's right. Killing 2 friends for your dead sister?
But how?
That's wrong. That's so wrong.
Yes, that's it.
Why does he sound so happy when he says
No, that's wrong.
Oh, don't get so worked up. There's something I learned after sister's death.
Do not worry.
Death only changes a person's form. The soul lives on as a ghost.
That's right.
That's right. Even though I'm a ghost now, I am always by Korekio's side.
Sister.
Thank you, sister. I love you. Cut it out already.
What was
I
that?
don't understand anything you're saying. Nothing makes sense. It's not fair. Why did Angie have to die for something so unfair?
Well,
Because death is unfair.
and another.
All deaths are unfair deaths. Why do you think news stations get such high ratings when they're reporting about death? Because everyone likes unfair deaths.
Maybe.
Well, if you look like that, this whole killing game embodies that. Okay, yeah. Gifted high school students forced to play the killing game. People were watching this, they would get a kick out of it. If people were watching this? Knock it out the bullshit. Only sick fucks would enjoy watching this.
You got me.
Hell yeah, if I wasn't in this killing game, I would have so much fun watching.
So then,
The nature of this killing game is yet shrouded in mystery. But my role in it is over. I have finished my explanation to you, friends.
sister,
I think I shall go and see her now, my beloved sister.
sister.
I wasn't able to send her 100 friends, but at least I can see her again now.
Correcchio.
It's alright, Sukiya, come to me.
Oh,
Looks like you're already prepared, now let's get started.
it's punishment time!
Huh?
Punishment time.
Sister.
I can finally get to see you again.
That's right.
No one will try and stop us. We can be together without having to hide our love for others.
No, that's wrong. No, that's wrong.
What?
I can't accept this.
Therefore,
Like I said, there's no such thing as death. It can be
from an
accepted.
anthropological
Why do you think so many different cultures have funeral rites? Do you think rumors of ways of resurrect the dead never cease? The living must find a reason, however, forced to accept death when it happens. How you come to terms with death also determines how you live.
What was that?
That was the answer I reached. How about you? How will you live life that faces death?
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
I shall observe.
I will watch over you all as a ghost. As your friend, I will watch over.
That's right.
It won't be just me and Korekio. Others who die will be watching. I'll be watching you see how you face the death of your friends.
Humanity is
I'll be waiting
beautiful.
forever and ever.
It's punishment time!
Good lord. Huh? Oh god. What is happening? Huh? Uh-oh. What in the world? Huh? Good lord. Huh? Yikes. Bruh. What?
Help, Ori!
Oh damn, why?
How can
I
this
think my
be?
cute child would commit suicide.
Yay!
It's so cute. Okay. Had I known this would happen, I would have been nicer to him. The only reason I wanted him observed over getting along was because everyone but me bullied him.
That's right!
The other motive drove him to suicide, but not
Hey,
me. This man down.
Eh?
well now.
I'm gonna take back this here Necronomicon.
Wow, wow, wow.
Seems like a waste though. You guys sure you don't want to use it? How are you talking like that?
I told you.
The whole resurrection ritual was obviously a lie. He's just trying to shake us mentally, I guess.
What's the point?
I'm just saying you'll think another murder will happen if you do that right. Who can say? What a waste. If none of you were gonna use it, you should have just let me have it. The kind of resident one of my dead siblings. They were pretty terrible. Wait, did one of us die? I could have sworn it was just the two of us the whole time.
Oh yeah.
It's bad you missed your chance to raise the dead. That's what you get for doubting me.
So long. Farewell.
Even now, he still talks about raising the dead.
Always messing around.
People believe in them, but living people shouldn't have to suffer because of
Of
it.
course!
It's not something coward That's not something a coward like you should say. Shut up, leave me alone.
But
There's one thing that this case taught me. I thought there was a god watching over us, but there isn't after all, not in this academy. Yeah, you're right.
You're right.
Well, that's why we have to work together, right? Face it together. Our ultimate talents are the best weapons we have.
Gonta do his best.
Gonta to do his best to keep everyone safe. Gonta want to protect everyone. But your talent is etymology. You don't want Suichi to use his ultimate talent. I don't want Suichi to use his ultimate talent anymore. I'm getting sick of class trials.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Your talent as an assassin is way more trouble. When are you gonna use that, huh?
Okay,
I'll work hard until everyone trusts my ultimate talent.
that's right.
That may not be possible now, but I'll put into effort so everyone can trust me. I won't run away anymore. I want to survive and escape this place with everyone. I see. So I wonder how long that'll last. What if your true calling as a killer shows? Don't underestimate her. Maki Roll is one of my sidekicks.
Got a minute?
I don't remember being your sidekick. Also, didn't I tell you to stop calling me Maki Roll? You guys are so close now. This must be a powerful bond of friendship. But I would have preferred it to happen sooner, especially not after losing 7 people. Only 9 people left. What do you know? A dumbass can do math. Even 7 pieces of shit have been flushed away and only 9 remain.
actually,
Doesn't that make you one of the pieces?
But,
But just 9 of us.
well, you know.
Humans are like weeds. Too tremendous to count. 7 of us dead does not mean that much there. That's totally what the heartless robot is thinking, right?
How rude!
No, I'm not thinking that. You're playing robophobia is simply inexcusable.
But you know,
None of us give up, right? I know we're all gonna escape. I'm not gonna rely on God's spirits of the dead.
I believe in you.
Just you guys? I believe in all of you.
Okay. Well, of course.
Those who remain can start over.
Hey,
Keyboy needs to apologize for everyone, the whole student council thing. And there's only one kind of apology that we'll willing to accept.
How exciting!
Yank your hand off and smash it onto the ground with all your strength. Got that?
no way!
I have never heard such an intense form of apology. Okay.
You alright?
Anything Gonta can do to help? You can tell Gonta.
Hey,
I think we should let her have some space for now. It might be the best for her.
okay.
I remember how I felt. Oh, Gonta understood.
You're so dumb.
God, Himiko is such a liar.
Huh?
What?
Because I'm a liar.
Personally, I don't think lies are exactly a bad thing. Let's face it, you wouldn't have any free will in the world was comprised with just the truth. But even then, I don't think it's good to lie to yourself, you know?
right?
What are you saying? Think about Himiko's feelings a little bit.
I
only said this because I thought about it.
Because?
Himiko has been lying to herself about her own feelings, so she's been holding back.
Hey!
What are you repressing? Why are you trying so hard to hold back? Hold back? Huh? Assessing your feelings is perfectly natural. You shouldn't feel ashamed of it all. If you feel like crying while you're talking to Angie, go ahead and cry your eyes out. You'll feel better when you do. I mean, laughing makes you feel good too. And venting your anger into something can really cheer you up. Train your heart by crying, laughing, and venting your anger. Uh-oh. Poor Himiko. It's so lonely. Gotta survive. I still can't go to where you are. I'm lonely. I'm so lonely without the both of you. Himiko.
Damn it.
Himiko cried for a long time. She cried as though she was releasing all her emotions that she had bottled up. Tears are sad, we can't even describe it. We were crying about it, what we had been through, and what was to come. Sadness, hatred, frustration, discord, anger, love, tears filled with emotion. At the very least, they weren't tears of submission. They were tears to push forward. That sucked. What?
Is she hard to carry, Gonta?
No, she's fine.
She's sleeping very peacefully.
She's all tuckered out after crying. Robots sleep well after leaking their oils too, right?
I have told you many times that I do not use oil as my fuel source.
But wow, that really surprised me. She passed out as soon as she stopped crying.
Yeah, but she looks so peaceful sleeping like that.
She probably felt better after letting it all out, don't you think?
Yeah, I hope so.
Then Gonta carry Himiko to her room.
Make sure you focus real good on your back, you hear me?
What?
You'll need that focus if you want to feel her little mosquito bites poking ya!
What?
There's no way he'd do such a thing. Gonta is a gentleman after all.
Yeah, coming from the stripper that strips in front of all the guys. Kaito had stopped in his tracks. Kaito, what's wrong? Oh, nothing. I just wanted to get some night air. Don't worry about me. Go on.
Well,
Don't do something like this again, okay? If you dislike scary things, you should have just said so earlier. I thought you were sick. You worried about me? Yeah, worried about your stupidity. Still haven't warmed up to me, huh?
But
Maybe not. I feel like the walls we have are coming down a little, you know? Perhaps those walls were her enemies. It seems like she doesn't want to wait anymore.
Got it.
Yeah, maybe, but you sound like you're bragging, Kaito. Like I said, I'm gonna get some air before I go back.
okay.
See you tomorrow.
Got it.
Huh? Oh no. What just happened? Huh? Kaito?
Damn it. I don't have time to be dying. I still haven't gone into space yet.
What the fuck?
Damn it. No way am I gonna die here. No way.
Can I save now? Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Jesus, I did not like that ending. Now I'm seriously worried about Kaito. Okay, I'm gonna end it there.